all that they do is meditate on the Lord all day long, man. And that's our whole duty, man. A lot of people, they can't do that because they're so caught up in their own lives, in their own wickedness, that they can't even focus on the Lord, man. You know? So that's why when he comes back and he judges this place, there's no excuses for nobody on the planet, man. And it's going to happen on all four corners of the earth. And we've been out here telling you the truth for I don't know how long, man. Whether you believe it or not, you want to believe that you want to believe Satan, you want to believe Satan, or whatever you believe him in. Because man, we ain't trying to convince you. We're persuading you. We're telling you the truth.
Con.
Whether you hear it or whether you forbear. All right. Verse 6 it says the words of Yahawah are pure words. The words of Yahawah are pure words. Let's get that word pure. All right? Because that's all we do. We're speaking pureness on it. You know? It's a bunch of perverseness on it. Every word you hear out here is perverse. We're speaking pure, man. You know?
Bring it out, huh? Bring it out.
It says pure, clean of animals, pure physically, pure, clean morally and ethically. We're speaking pure words. We're trying to give you morals, man. What's up, brother? We're giving you morals. What's going on, brother? How you feel? Good to see you too, brother. We're speaking purity. We're not telling you. Have a good day. See it. How you feel? You got it. You too. You see. But we out here speaking pure words, man. You know? We're not telling you to be a whore, be a nigga. That's what the world tells you. But at the end of the day, the only ones that's going to get it is the elect. In the 1/3. And these are the words coming out of the scripture. It says pure, clean, morally, ethically. And look at this society that you in. So why the hell do you think that these people want to go against us full-fledged, man?
Yeah, they want to stop our mouths. They want to shut our mouths every way they can.
God. It says clean, pure, fair, pure, variant. That's it, man. I'm telling you the truth, man. The truth of the Bible. It says, I'm gonna read that again. It says the words of Yahawah are pure words, as silver is tried in the furnace of the earth purified 7 times. So we're 7 complete. So you have to be completed, man, to be purified. When you go look at matter of fact, you look it up. Look at the purification of water, right? Because you got purified.
Purification process.
So look at there you go. There you go. Look at the purification process. Because it has to be complete. Right? It says, verse 7, it says, thou shalt keep them, O Yahawah, thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever.
Woo.
Come on, man.
That's heavy, Hey, man, you're in the spirit. Dang.
It says, thou shalt keep them, O Yahawah, thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. And it's talking this generation that we're in, man. The Lord is going to preserve us and save us from this generation forever.
Because this world's about to end.
That's right. Even from back then, man. Because this generation, this is the regeneration. So this generation been around for a long time, man. And different rulerships. When you go into it, just look at the generation. I can say, look at the generations of old. We was back there as well, man. This ain't the first time us walking this planet.
And for all you bug outs, I meant the world of Esau.
That's right.
You know.
That's right. They like, oh, you said it. You know?
Right, exactly.
Everybody can make it.
Right.
We ain't out here on that time. We ain't out here, oh, the white man. No, we're telling you the truth.
Right.
Which we do know the truth. You know, because it's levels, man. You got to grow. You can't come into this thing. Of course, you're like a baby when you come in. So white man this, white man that. But then now you got to get an understanding of why you saying those things.
Right.
Because you say that to make the other people that's walking this planet to understand so you can recognize. Now once you get a better understanding, you're like, oh, okay, well it's spirits.
Right. We judge you by your spirit.
That's right.
No matter what you look like, we're going to judge you by your spirit. And it's easy for the men of the Lord because the Lord gives us that spiritual eyesight to make those judgments. You know? And we ask for more of that spiritual eyesight because it's not of our own understanding of being able to judge spirits, but it's the spirit, power, mercy, grace of YAHAWAH that gives us that. That gives us that understanding. Just like the fear of the Lord is the beginning of the wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. You know? But he gives us.
Just to back you up real fast, brother. This is 1 Samuel chapter 16. And I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, But Yahweh said unto Samuel, listen, all right. But Yahweh said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For Yahweh saith not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but Yahweh looketh on the heart.
John.
So he looks at the inside. Your heart is your mind, man.
John.
You know? That's why we come out and tell you, yo, man, it don't matter what you look like, what you color, your eyes, all this, that. If you understand this and you get it, yo, the Lord is dealing with you, spirits.
Right.
Because the Lord brought it to your mind. Look at when Cornelius sent his men to Peter. Cornelius sent his men to Peter, and Cornelius was a Roman centurion. He was a part of the Roman band, the army, man. That's why Peter had that dream about all these different unclean
animals you had to eat. Yeah,
you know, that you had the Lord, what he said, but I have purified that no man call unclean. You know? So the Lord did all that, man.
And so for that label of the black Hebrew Israelite, hey man, that's how we know that you're just a liar.
Ain't nothing black about this, man.
Right. And hey, for those Israelite groups that subscribe to that you got to look like Shaft, guess what? We're not part of that.
That's right.
Just like you don't want to be lumped in with groups, we're not being lumped in. We don't want to be, well, we know why you lump us in though, so that you can put the blame on Israelite groups as a whole.
That's right.
Rather than saying, oh, well, these guys are different because they believe this. You don't do that for us, but you do that for everybody else.
But they know that.
Right. That's what I mean.
They're like, yo, them dudes different. Because the doctrine, just like you got Nate, you got I'm saying IUIC.
Right.
You got ISUP Cash. You even got
Sakari.
Sakari. Yeah, that's the spirit.
That's the spirit, right?
Sakari, you got Sakari. You got
you talking about some bug outs? Go ahead, put GOCC in there.
But what they do is, now you got GMX, right? Who has a doctrine. So all they do is they're looking for members that has some type of issues with a certain person, and now they want to turn you against them. That's Satan.
Right.
So now you can say, now you bugging out. I'll give you a whole organization. I'll give you this. Same thing they said to Yahweh. I'll give you the whole world.
Right.
You just bow down and worship.
Right.
And how them niggas do it, they take that cash, man.
Right.
You know? They ain't bowing down to shit. Only thing we bow down to Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right.
Bashem Arakapadas. And if you don't dig it, then that's on you, man.
Hey, because that's life.
That's right.
All that other stuff is death.
That's right. Everything that you teach your child to do, if you're not teaching your child about the Lord, you ain't teaching about nothing, man.
Right. But leading them to death.
That's right.
It says train up a child as you would have them go. Right? And we have them go according to Yahweh Shem Shai.
That one, bro. That one.
Appreciate that, brother.
Amen. I know it's just a rap, but it's when it says when you teach your son the truth, you agree with your enemy.
Con.
When he raised him up.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull that up.
I know it's just a rap. It says, yo, you grieve your enemy by teaching your son. Just like, yo, when you got a son, you teach him your morals, your history, your say dialogue, if you will, your customs. He's going to stick to that, like you said. Raise up a child in the way that he should go. And when he gets older, he will not depart from that path.
God.
So you teach him the right thing, man.
God.
Because like you. So now his enemy, he like, yo, my dad told me this. Man, I'm not trying none of that shit.
Right.
I'm riding what my dad told me and my God, man.
Right.
That's what we doing. You know, so you're grieving your enemy because you can't be easily overtaken.
God. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 3.
God.
He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy.
That's right. That's right. So it's a burden to him. When you grieving, it's a burden. And that's why they don't want us out here teaching like, yo, we're sons of the Most High, man.
Yeah.
You know, and our apostles, they're like their spiritual fathers because what they taught us. So now that's grieving our enemies because now this thing is worldwide. So now they got to throw things, monkey wrenches in the game and all that, man. And try to shut us up and try to have people, because hey, it's all, everything is all spiritual. Everybody's not going to get it. We know that, man. You know? So you want to scab, you want to scoff, you want to laugh, you want to take pictures, you want to do whatever you want to do. Keep going ahead and doing it, man.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's not going to turn out good for you, man. I promise you that. And that's according to the Bible, and we could go back in history. Matter of fact, I want to hop in Daniel chapter 3.
God. Let me finish this up. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 3. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy.
That's right.
And before his friends he shall rejoice of him.
See that? Because yo, when you see, what a father does, man. But,
so proud, right?
That's my boy right there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yo, here in Babylon, like say you a basketball player. You got your son, you doing it big, like LeBron James and all that. Them niggas that play ball. Now LeBron, his son plays basketball too. So the niggas that play with LeBron, they like, damn, he nice, this and that. So now his son come on, they like, damn, man, yo, how you going to teach him all that? Now my son's going to get dunked on too. You know? And that's what our enemies are scared of, man. Because we're grieving them by telling the truth and we're tearing down strongholds, man.
And they know once again we go back to YAHAWAH Shemel Shai, we get plugged into our power source.
That's right.
So our light is going to shine, and that's going to condemn them, and our children are not going to follow the ways of this world. They're going to follow this Bible.
Excuse me, sir. Can he read you something real fast about your son? Now, real quick. Yo, no disrespect. Now, real fast. Check it out. Yo, read that real quick.
Which one? The Sirach?
Now, what you just read. Check it out, brother.
Sirach 30?
Yeah. While you walking, you can hear it up. So, yo, his voice travels up the block.
I got you, brother. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 3.
Check it out.
He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy.
Grieveth his enemy, go ahead.
And before his friends he shall rejoice of him.
So keep going. Some more then.
Some more.
Because you teach your son the right thing, you're going to be proud of him, and he's going to grieve your enemies because they can't get over him.
Though his father died,
go ahead.
Yet he is as though he were not dead.
Yet though he was not dead.
For he hath left one behind him that is like himself.
Because he left one behind him that is like himself. You know? And that's the truth. And that's why you're supposed to teach your son about YAHAWAH, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash. But y'all people don't want to hear that.
Right.
They're teaching about Jesus the Christ, but he kept walking up the street.
And hey, he marked himself. He
slowed down a little bit. And that, man.
That stop was for 10 seconds. A 10-second stop. He could have stopped for 10 seconds. You
had that much time to just sit back and hear the words of the Lord.
Right. Now you pulling the little guy. Because the little guy wanted to hear it, actually.
He heard
Hey, that's the spirit. The little guy, but you saw him. The little guy was trying to.
Yep. He hit the step.
Right. Yeah, he was trying to hear the word.
That's right.
Hey, that's the spirit right there.
That's right, man. That's right.
Like, Dad, slow down.
That's right.
This is good. The spirit was put on that little child by trying to slow his dad up.
I got a scholarship for this young boy.
Right.
He'll fall
back. A bag of money. Yeah. He don't know this is the real money. If we had a bag full of $100 bills, $50,000, he would have stopped. That's right. Came back and cried probably.
That's right.
For some $50,000.
Shalom. Shalom. Hey, brother, can we read you a scripture real fast? If you don't mind? Which we just read to the brother. Yo, read that again. Talk about your children.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 3. He that teaches his son grieveth the enemy.
Grieveth the enemy, man.
And before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead, for he hath left one behind him that is like himself.
And that's why I always try to tell brothers, when you got your child, you might perish. It's like, when the parent perishes, they're never dead. Because every moral and anything that you put inside of them, that's going to live forever. Absolutely. And that's why you supposed to put these morals that we out here teaching. Right, wisdom. That's right, bro. That's right, brother. Yes. That's right,
hey, Shalom.
Shalom, brother. She got the little fringes and everything.
Done.
Hey, man, that's what we're here to do, man. Tell the truth, tell the word, man. And we're grieving our enemies. Our enemies are grieving. It don't.
Oh, they mad. They big mad.
YAHAWAH Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem HaRachak, we even got this knowledge.
Right.
We're unworthy of it. We're unprofitable servants. But the Lord found some way to give it to us, and to bring us back. What you got, brother?
You said you want to go to Daniel?
Daniel chapter 3, Baba Shah. Because this is going back into Nebuchadnezzar time when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they was they was being tried, right? And the reason why I wanted to bring this up, because a lot of brothers don't talk about these brothers. And I was meditating on that this week, like, man, don't nobody talk about these three brothers, man. And the outcome of it. Because they were faithful and they was true to YAHAWAH Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem HaRachak. And there's around Daniel's time. They was in the Babylonian captivity. Off the top, I can't think about the year and everything, but I know they was in the Babylonian captivity around the time of Daniel as well, because they was all friends, man. And they all went through their own different situations. But these three brothers, they went through a hell of a time, man. And guess who was there? YAHAWAH, man. But they believed. And guess what? We're about to go through the same, because what was written aforetime was for our learning and for our understanding. So the same things that they went through, we're about to go through it now. But these people, they don't even dig it, man. Because they think, oh, that was just the Bible time. This is never going to happen. Yeah, we're cool. This is that. But the Lord is putting the full court pressure on you. He's tightening the clamps on you, the vice grips, if you will. What you got it, brother?
This book of Daniel, chapter 3, verse 1. Nebuchadnezzar the king made an image of gold,
that's right,
whose height was 80 cubits, and the breadth thereof 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon.
See that?
Then Nebuchadnezzar the king sent to gather together the princes, the governors, and the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces to come to the dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
Let's see that. Now look, now listen to all the names that was mentioned just now, they're in high places. They are hills, man. The king is the mountain, you know, but you got governors, that's your hills and all that. So he set up all of them, and he told them, yo, this is how it's going down. He told the men in authority of his providence, this is what it is, and we're going to get into it. But just to make that more clear, because they're doing the same thing now. What did they do to you before? Oh, you got to get the Yakada, or you can't work. Now that went out the window. Now it's more so, everything was set up for what you see there. You know, you have to worship them. You have to worship the beast. Going into who? NATO, the EU, that system. Which is showing you more and more who's really in control of this planet, man. You know, but Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, man. You know, what you got it, bro?
Come. Verse 3. Then the princes, the governors, and captains, the judges, the treasurers.
Your treasurers is what your banks. So if you don't worship this, you ain't getting paid. You know, it's nothing new under the sun, man. So worship something that they want you to worship. All right.
The counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces.
Yeah, the sheriffs is what? The ones that can take you to jail.
Come.
You know, if you don't listen, that's why everything is tied. Chain of command. Chain. Everything is tied together. You know, you got it, bro. Slap.
Come. Were gathered together unto the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up, and they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then a herald cried aloud to you, it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king hath set up.
So that's what they tell you, man. When I tell you to, you better fucking drop it down, man. That's what they telling you now. Yo, if you want to work, if you need this, you better listen to what the fuck I say. That's all they doing. The music, it sounds good. The music makes you jam. What they said, that song, music makes me lose control. You know what I'm saying? But we're spitting the same, we're spitting a different music to it.
Con. And just to land up what the brother's point is, the music that they're talking about in these days is that the philosophies.
That's right.
And their way of life.
That's right.
Their laws.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So by us going through their education system, by us listening to their philosophies and following behind them, you know, that's a form of bowing down.
That's right. Yep.
You know, so
yeah, that's right. That's awesome. So, that's right.
And so, verse 6, and whoso falleth not down and worshipeth shall the same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace.
That's right. So they like, yo, man, get down and lay down. If you don't get down, you see this fire right here, this big ass furnace right here, we going to throw you in there. You know? And yo, people are scared of death. You know? And that's, right now, that's the last thing to be conquered here in Babylon. That is the last obstacle to be conquered is death. YAHAWAH did that. And the Lord already told, I believe it's in Isaiah, said you swallow up death, man. You know? They're about to deal with that, man. But see, because you see it all around you, that's why the Lord, he's testing your feet. We just had a brother pass away, man. You know? The brother Daniel Oliver the Levite. Shalom to that brother.
Shalom, brother.
World,
you in peace now, brother.
You know? Whole peace, man. You know, but the brothers out there, but the Lord, that's what the Lord had for you. It says 1 Thessalonians 4:16 says, man. It says the Lord shall descend, the Lord himself shall descend, man. You know? the Lord himself. So he's getting off his throne to come down here to check you niggas for what the fuck you doing, man. And that's a serious issue. Anytime a king has to get off his throne and come address you, it's not going to be pretty, man. You know? But it says the dead, Hamashiach, shall rise first. And that brother, man, he went out. He finished his course, man.
Hey, salute to that brother.
To death. That's right. He was faithful unto death, man. You know? The Lord's willing, hey, man, we want to see that brother again, man. Got it, bro.
Hey, just to go back to this point, in terms of whoso falls not down,
that's right. Yeah,
will be put in the midst of a fiery furnace. I mean, and bring it to this day. You know, what do? They assassinate our character, right? They say they they try to fire us from the job because we're men of the Lord. Right? When you're supposed to have religious freedom, right? So called, right? Even though this is about a nationality, but they attack us in a way that they try to sabotage our work or assassinate our character and do all types of sabotage on us, right? So that's them in this day throwing us in that fiery furnace.
Right.
If you can understand it.
Right. Yo, also, ultimately, right now that fiery furnace is the hour of temptation.
Time.
That see him.
Time.
You know? They're like, yo, if you don't get this, man, we throwing you this. You gonna
Right.
put you to death.
Right.
He says to call up, why do you think it's said about his providence? And that's why I wanted to bring this out, because we could bring out Revelations 13 and 16, Revelations 14, you know, but this is to give you a better understanding as well, because it's an ancient time.
Time.
So it's nothing new
under the sun. Time.
And that's why I wanted to bring this out, man.
Time.
You know?
No, beautiful chapter, brother.
Right.
Hey, verse 7, it says, therefore, at that time, when all the people heard the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and all kinds of music, all the people, the nations, and the languages fell down and worshiped the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
See that? Hey, yo, it's not the kings of the earth setting up this whole digital currency right now.
Right.
You know? And all the nations, kindreds, tongues, and all that, you're going to have to bow down. And how you bow down, you're going to have to take it. You're going to have to accept it. You know, you're seeing this happen right now. And this is the beginning of sorrows. And that's why you got your World War III about to pop off. You got all these things because they're right now, they're trying to put the clamps on society. And it's time to choose a side at bedtime. Basically is what I'm saying. Like these brothers right here, they chose a side. And they chose to ride with the Lord. It's like that song from DMX, I'm ready to meet him. He said, after what I just saw, I'm riding with the Lord. You know? After everything you saw, after everything in your life that you saw, and the Lord brings you to this knowledge and wisdom and understanding, it's 100% true. Why wouldn't you ride with him, man? After everything that you see in this world, man, why wouldn't you ride with YAHAWAH by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Arakak?
Time.
You know? You got it, brother.